whole bunch. Okay. So Monday, April 13th, Venus is sextile Jupiter. Tuesday, April 14th, Mercury is sextile Uranus, and then Mercury enters Aries. On Thursday, April 16th, the Sun is conjunct Chiron. Mars sextiles Pluto, and then Mercury is conjunct Neptune. Friday, April 17th, we have a new moon in Aries. Saturday, April 18th, Mercury is sextile Pluto. Sunday, April 19th, Mars is conjunct Saturn, and then the Sun enters Taurus. And then on the 20th, Monday, it's my birthday. I'm going to be putting a link in my bio and down below, for those of you watching on YouTube, watching the recap, that has a link to gifts if you guys want to buy me a gift. Yes, it's not yet in my bio, but it will be. Don't you worry, guys. It'll be on the email. I am learning to receive. Okay. Hi, Aaliyah. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, so I know there's so much, but a lot of it is all just sextiles, which is not bad. Like, look, we've got just like sextile madness going on here. So on Monday, the 13th, Venus in Taurus is going to be sextile Jupiter in Cancer. Yummy. Actually, thank friggin' God. This is good. So sextiles, because we're going to be talking about a lot of sextiles for today. Sextiles are these positive, like flirty energy flows. I mean, think of the name sextile. Like, that's a fun word to say and to think about. It is harmonious energy between the compatible elements. So it's always going to be earth and water, and then fire and air. That's going to be creating the sextile. So we have Venus in Taurus, an earth sign, Jupiter in Cancer, a water sign, creating the sextile. Venus and Jupiter together, guys, this would be a very beautiful day to actually go thrift shopping. Or to lean into creating creature comforts, habits, self-care. Like, this is definitely like what I would call like a bubble bath day. But genuinely, on Monday, this sextile is kind of gearing us up for a deeper like rejuvenation. I'm totally, Spirit's just throwing in my mind like all the self-care stuff. So like face masks and like a glass of wine, or just laying out like on a picnic blanket. Like, it really is just like nurturing energy and like letting yourself fill your cup in a very tangible way, because Venus is in Taurus, which is all about the body, your values, physical things. So, and food, guys, good food. I'm really sorry to hear that your dog passed. I'm sending you so much love. I am not a vet, so I cannot tell you what happened with your dog, though, but I wish you the best. This is just good. Yeah, I know. I was literally thinking about you, Aaliyah, and just like your practice of self-care is so admirable. Like, genuinely, I am taking notes from your book. I'm like, I want to go into a deeper layer of this, because Jupiter in Cancer is pulling in some, yeah, it's bringing more definitely flow for sure, Monty. This is also, yes, I am also live on the Purple app, Spiritual Hippie. I love using that platform. It's actually a lot more fun. We got a better you guys are great. These are people that are in my community over here on the Purple app. So yeah, it's under Astremia. So Astraemia, Astremia. Isn't it? Sextiles can be opportunities. They're more fleeting. I feel like fleeting opportunities, not something that is like easy to last, but it's definitely like a tone. It's temporary. I'm hearing like temporary high kind of thing, where it's just like a little boost into energy. Yay! Yay! Thanks for the follow, love. Welcome. Woohoo. Yeah, that's my own perception of it and through my own lived experience for myself. And of course, as always with transits, like feel into what is present for you. It also depends. It also depends on the planets. Like we had last week, Mars sextile Uranus, and it was, at least my experience with it was less of like tangible things happening and more because, you know, Mars was in Pisces, right? It was more energetic with Uranus and Taurus. So yeah, I feel like this sextile is just bringing in some good opportunity to really just lean into filling your cup, finding and habits to fill your cup too, like reoccurring things that you can continually touch into to fill your cup with Jupiter in Cancer. Yeah. I'm not going to go too deep into this sextile because it really is like, it's moving pretty quick. And I feel like other than self-care, self-pleasure, and I feel like this can be a moment of like receiving nurturing too. Yeah. Like receiving the care and appreciation from people around you too. It does depend on where this is in your chart. So definitely peek at where this Venus is transiting and where Jupiter's transiting for you. Yeah, it feels really good. Now let's go ahead and jump forward to Tuesday. We have Mercury now at the final degree of Pisces, making a sextile to Uranus. So this is going to be some familiar energy that we felt, like I mentioned previously. This energy from Mars making this sextile. Now Mercury is making a quick sextile to this Uranus here, hanging out at the final degrees. This, with Mercury, just visually, if we look at Mercury here, Mercury is bringing up the rear, man. Everything else is further ahead of Mercury, and Mercury is just hanging out back here. Thanks for the follow, William. So Mercury, we're getting more mental clarity on the actions that we've been taking. So this is very interesting to me when Mercury is hanging out further behind the pack, because it's like we've been taking steps, we've been moving through deeper action and all these planets ahead of Mercury. Now it's time for our mind to actually like catch up. Right? This Mercury, like, because Mercury is out of his post-retrograde shadow. So more insight of why the things did what they did during the Mercury retrograde in Pisces is coming through, and more understanding around like why certain actions moved through, why things maybe fell apart the way they did, or why you emotionally responded in the way that you had is going to start making sense. Now, Mercury making this sextile to Uranus is creating like this. I'm going to kind of equate it to that Mars sextile. It is an opportunity for you to like mentally understand and allow these final pieces of the Piscean lesson to lock into place. Mars was that action piece, like that last Thursday was like the last moment to like take action on things. Then this is the time to like actually like allow your thoughts to really create the reality that you desire before you tangibly like start speaking them into existence. Yes, I do readings as well. I don't do them live, but oh, I guess that's not it. There we go. Oh, if I can, there we go. If I can do my own commands. I don't do live readings, but I do personal natal chart readings for anybody who is interested. I go really, really deep into people's natal charts and really illuminate your patterns, your gifts, what you came here to do, shadows, traumas, all the things. I'm an evolutionary astrologer, which is a little bit different than a traditional astrologer, because I look at your chart as your soul's blueprint, what you came here to do, what you came here to embody to evolve your soul so you can continue to grow. So with my readings, I always bring in the growth edges of like how we can evolve these placements. Hopefully that answered your question. Now, yeah, absolutely. Yes, let's go, Hayden. I would love that. Yeah, so this sextile that's happening on Tuesday before Mercury jumps into Aries, it's like, really let yourself sit with your desires, sit with your dreams, sit with the things that you've been longing for. Like this is, oh God, Spirit's being so funny throwing some of the words in my mind. They're like, this is like Delulu maxing, because ultimately this is really sitting in those visions and your ideas of what you desire for yourself. With Uranus and Taurus, your values, your desires, and the way that they're coming in is going to be different, unique, unexpected. With Uranus hanging out at that final degree there, it's like ultimate opportunity to allow yourself to visualize. Because with Pisces, you're tapping into the collective dream, but I'm also seeing Mercury and Pisces at the last degree really allowing you to connect to your future self, to the self that is moving through this birth process. I've been really coining a lot of this energy as a birth portal, because when we look at Pisces moving into Aries, this is death, and then this is like rebirth, okay? X meaning dead, arrow up meaning birth. That's what I was thinking when I drew those. Yeah. So Mercury here, and with the moon kind of hanging out there as well, this is really going to be a powerful day for you to really like settle into what is my dream, and like what is that future self of me really calling me forth to do. And here's the thing, you've already been doing it, guys. You've already been doing it with Mars, Neptune, Saturn, the Sun, and Chiron all hanging out in Aries. It's been something that's been moving, but this is the last like final energetic push of like your mind and your connection to God and Source being like wide open. Like the aperture is like fully open right now for you to like move through with this. And oh, excuse me, Uranus in Taurus is like really pushing you to dream bigger, to have bigger values, to like, because Uranus in Taurus has been like really pressing us to reevaluate our worth and what we like charge for our energy and our time, and like how we relate to our body too. So like push, because literally hours later, guys, this is like the final contraction is what this feels like push, because oh my gosh, I just got full body chills. Like this is like, okay, like you've birthed like everything but the like feet, which is freaking crazy, guys, because the feet are ruled by Pisces. This is very interesting. I did not intend for that to make sense, but it's making sense. When we shift this to hours, because we're looking later, just keep an eye on Mercury. Mercury is this guy. It's Venus with devil horns. It's going to be later in the evening. Mercury is going to make a shift into... Come on. Aries. I skipped really quick. Boom. 0 degrees Aries, which then Mercury moving into Aries is literally the last piece. And so it's now speak about it. Speak it into existence. Allow your words to be those things that really draw you forward. And they've been the last thing to kind of like take form, right? Because a lot of this has been things like you're doing the I'm going to use Aaliyah as an example here, right? Aaliyah's already been like, she shared her Substack post about being off of social media for 3 months plus. And, you know, like that's the action of like doing the thing that you committed to, right? Showing up, removing the things that aren't good for you, or putting in that work, right? You've been doing the work, and now it's like sharing it. And she kind of was feeling into the energy. She shared about it, talked about it, right? Beautiful, beautiful example there. But really, like, it's like now you have to have your words align with your actions, which is a little bit flipped, right? So normally we have our actions align with our words, but with everything so far ahead of Mercury, it's like we've been living the life. We've just yet to like actually believe it, to let our mind see it, because we've been kind of still up in the clouds with Mercury in Pisces. Like, I still want it. I want it. I want it. And so that final push of Mercury making that sextile to Uranus, gosh, my nose is so itchy, guys. I promise you, I'm not picking it. I'm itching it. It's this final push to really like let yourself see it, to let yourself take off the rose colored glasses, remove the fog, and see, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm actually doing it. I'm actually in it. I actually am the new self. And now it's like, how does this new self speak? How does this new self embody the energy? How does this new self, like, what do they sound like? How do they articulate themselves? How do they respond to conflict, respond to things, right? That's something I've been sitting with lately of like, how do I want to respond to things, right? About to be real quiet. Also, my viewers over here on TikTok, thank you for hanging out and liking and sharing the live stream. It gets my content out to other people who may enjoy it. So I appreciate you guys hanging out here and just enjoying the live. Y'all are beautiful. You are beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. That's literally Mercury in Aries right now. Bianca, hi babe. Happy to see you. Yo, Bratz did a cover of that song. Yo, freaking drop it in the Discord, please. Okay. Now, I'm excited for Mercury to be in Aries because now we're things that you've been holding back on saying, guys, they're gonna be said. Mercury's not a bad planet. What the heck? Mercury's neutral. Mercury is neutral. Venus. Okay, we're not gonna have a battle. We're not gonna have a battle about the planets. Me ruled by Mercury. Me, don't go after my guy. That's my guy. Mercury's not manipulative. Mercury knows how to play chess. Mercury knows the game. Mercury knows the Queen's Gambit. Anyways. Venus is manipulative. Are you kidding? She uses all her pretty things. She's like, look, I'm beautiful though. Bats eyelashes. Now give me your money. Swipe card now. Venus just wants everybody to kiss? Yeah, but like, what if they don't want to kiss? And it's just for your Venus's entertainment. Because you think they should kiss. But really, they're awful for each other. Venus is my kryptonite. Oh my god. Okay. Fun combo. Yeah. My little warning with Mercury and Aries is like, whatever you've been like holding back on saying, you know, little word of caution, guys. Little word of caution with Mercury and Aries here. Can Libra Mars be manipulative? Libra and Mars can't make a decision to save their life. Libra and Mars and Libra. That's what I meant. Y'all can't, it's in detriment. Mars and Libra is in detriment, which means like you literally cannot. No, guys, don't text your ex. Are we all gonna text our ex? Mars and Cancer, very emotionally manipulative. It's not intentional, but Mars and Cancer, you guys tend to like think your feelings are the most important feelings, and you don't take into consideration other people's stuff. You are a mod. You literally are a mod. Why you right on that? Because I'm a professional astrologer. It's like I do this for a living. Mars in Capricorn, love you guys. Marry me. Y'all have structure and discipline, and it's so hot. Okay, we're not gonna start talking about my favorite Mars signs. Whew. Okay, is it getting hot in here? Okay, no, please don't. Please don't. I already had somebody in Club Penguin try to slide into my DMs. Mars and Scorpio, tie me up. I'm gonna be putting this on YouTube, guys. I have to be careful. Whew. You want to learn to be a professional astrologer? Just be one. Just start doing it. Mars and Scorpio. Okay, so all water Marses are emotionally manipulative. All earth Marses are like stubborn as fuck. All fire Marses want to be worshipped. All air Marses, they're all talk. No action. Okay? Yeah, everybody join the Discord. If you guys aren't in my Discord, come join the Discord. Everybody that I'm yapping with over on the Purple app is in the Discord. It's fun. We all hang out. Getting called out. Yeah, no, literally. Okay, we're not all the way through, guys, and we're already live for an hour. Mars, oh yeah, gosh. I loved reading Callie's chart, aka Leaky Trash Bag. That was so fun. I felt like I was you. I was embodying you, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, are we good? Are we okay? That was super fun. Your soulmate's Mars is in Capricorn. Lucky. Okay, what's next, guys? Let's talk about Thursday. Let's talk about you and me. Gosh, all this Aries energy just makes us all want to. Everybody have a drink of water. Water. Everybody water. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Callie. Life changing. Is that what it is? This? Yeah, this is water with electrolytes. It's straight vodka. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Monty, you got in trouble for spamming. Spamming emojis. No emoji spamming. Oh no, I lost my TikTok chat. Hello, TikTok chat? Where'd you go? Oh no. Oh. Here, there you guys go. Everybody can see it now. Say hi! Hi, guys! Everybody tap the screen. Say hi! Sup, my guppies? Hi, everybody! This is probably the most unhinged live stream I've done in a while. I love it. Let me be free to communicate how I want to feel. This Aries Mercury would never let this happen. Well, I just don't even mess with the auto mod anymore. I just leave it as is. For real, why can't I text my ex in Aries who wants me to? It's my Bianca, baby. Let me hold your hand. When I say, if he wanted to, he would have. We're sitting on our thrones. Let yourself be pursued. Callie, I'm holding your hand too. Don't worry, I see you. I see all of us. I wish I had an ex I wanted to talk to again. My Aquarius moon is way too fucking cold and brutal. Yeah. Well, okay. All right, let's talk about Thursday, guys. Come join the inner circle if you want my emotional support for your relationship stuff. Just self-pleasure. You guys become friends. Oh, okay. Anyways, Thursday, April 16th, we have the Sun conjunct Chiron. Nice. That's gonna be so good. Oh my god, it's not letting me draw. Guys, it's not letting me draw again. What the fwig is happening? Why does it do this? Yeah, I know. I need to stop looking at you guys. I'm losing my mind. Let me turn this off for a second so I don't dox myself, guys. I'm going crazy. I have to like go into my task manager, close the freaking thing, reopen it, end task. Okay, we gotta lock in because my mom's making nachos. So like I want to go eat the nachos. I sound like a 5th grader right now. So my mom is going to be making nachos, so I have to go. Oh. Okay. 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 There we go. So the sun is going to be conjunct Chiron. Now, this is going to be a greater story that is going to play into the new moon. So I might wait a little bit. We're already looking pretty late at night with this. So I'll talk about that in a second. But on Thursday, April 16th, Mars is going to be sextile Pluto. So Mars is at 5 degrees of Aries, hanging out here, making a sextile to Pluto. This is interesting. And it's at the same time as Mercury is conjunct Neptune. So let's talk about this. Mars making a sextile to Pluto. This is like self-reinvention at its finest. This is very interesting because Mars had previously, and is actually today, if you guys are with me on the live, which is April 12th, Mars is conjunct Neptune today. Okay, so think about this energy as you're watching this presently with me right now. Mars is moving through like a unconditional love upgrade is what I'm calling it. Now on April 16th, Mars making this sextile to Pluto is kind of this like revolutionary edge. And actually, I do want to point out the fact that this is making a yod to the South Node in Virgo, which is very interesting. I'm not going to lie. Which is really about releasing control and perfectionism. So, okay, wow, this is really cool. Let me lock the fuck in right now, guys. We're about to talk some real stuff here. So, how I'm perceiving this sextile to Pluto is ultimately like a boost, like a software upgrade. It feels very like God-given software upgrade. With Pluto and Aquarius, this is bringing in that sort of technology language that I'm using right now. And with Mars and Aries, it's action towards the embodiment of this revolutionary energy that is present. It is this sort of like, be about it. You've been building the pieces to like be this person. I'm saying be this person because of all of this energy in Aries. This is all about I am. Who am I? So Pluto making this sextile to Mars is like, be about it then. Here's this boost. Here's this, I'm like seeing it as like a 5-hour energy. It's like, here's the energy that you needed. Here is your why. Like, this is kind of that energy of like, what is your why? Returning to your why. What is your why? That's what Pluto in Aquarius is and has been inviting us into, is like, who are you? What do you stand for? And I just heard Pluto in Aquarius is very much Les Mis. This is the French Revolutionary War, the American Revolutionary War, but within. Okay. Yes. As within, so without. What we're seeing in the world is an embodiment of what is happening within you. Okay. big energy, big energy. Yeah, I'm feeling it too, Aaliyah, where it's like, because I'm hearing like, do you hear the people sing? And it's kind of this energy of like, where are you still holding back on your dreams? Where are you still, right? Because we do have Chiron and Aries right now. And like this new moon, if you haven't watched my new moon video, I highly recommend it. Just went live this morning. I put it out. But I will talk about the new moon in just a second, but this is like, this sextile is delicious because it really is this like, here's the action that needed to take. Like I'm seeing like the turn of a wheel where it's just like, you've had all the pieces in place, but now here's the movement to get it rolling. And so Pluto is bringing back that sort of lock the fuck into your why. Like, why did you start in the first place? And it probably, if you rewind time, I'm seeing literally like a movie reel, like a reel back to the time of your birth. Like I'm literally seeing like the movie of your life. And it's like, my eyes just went to my vision board up there, which I have like the lens of life, and it's this cosmic thing. And then there's a parent holding hands with a child. But the way I perceive that is my present self holding hands with my inner child, where it's like, you're doing it for you. You're doing it for little you that didn't have the parts and pieces or the tools to be a big thing. And now you are the big thing. And now it's about moving forward with it. Hopefully that made sense. We're in it. We're in the channel. Yeah. Thank you, Callie. Yeah. Once it's in, now the big piece that is coming to play is this yod that's happening. Yods are rare configurations. It's making a yod to the South Node in Virgo, which it's like, in order for you to be who the fuck you want to be, you have to let go of control and perfectionism around what it looks like. Because guys, this is new energy. You don't know what it's going to look like. So stop trying to make yourself look like your past version of yourself. You're not that person anymore for a reason. Okay? You're not that person for a reason anymore. This is really like letting go of the wheel. A lot of my messages, for those of you who are hanging out on TikTok, all the channeled messages I do, they always tend to relate to the astrology. As above, so below. As within, so without. Like that is just the sort of operating system that we exist in. Sorry, I hit the mic. Guys, I'm getting aggro. In a good way. This is very passionate energy of like, shit, like if I don't do it, nobody else will. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to like solve your problems. And I know we live in a society that kind of externalizes those things. That's like, just, you know, I just keep thinking of like a lot of people who believe Christ is going to like return, or like aliens are going to come save us. And trust me, I think I'm more down with like aliens, but it's within like embodying Christ consciousness, embodying the upgrades that you believe the extraterrestrials are like implanting in you, like all those things. It's you stepping into who you want to be, and this vision that you have for yourself. That's what changes the world. And that's what's this like sextile that's happening to Pluto. It does feel very like you don't realize it, but the steps that you're taking for yourself right now are creating a greater ripple effect for the whole of society. Like it's one person at a time, baby. It's one person at a time. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. And Aaliyah just said, you haven't met this version of you yet. Yes. Unless you've done vision journeys with me and I've invited you into meeting your future self. By the way, Aries new moon gathering happening on the 17th. You can join the inner circle and be a part of the like greater community at a whole. Or you can just do a little drop in. Thank you, Spiritual Hippie. I made it myself. on Canva. Fun stuff. Welcome everybody who's just popping in. We are talking about the astrological forecast for the week ahead. Now, also happening on this Thursday is Mercury's conjunct Neptune. So Mercury again is kind of following behind the pack of all these planets. So just clearing this up to show this more clearly. So they're both at 2 degrees of Aries. So Neptune, I've been really coining Neptune and Aries, whole new energy that we're in right now with this sort of spirituality, which it's like, you can't bypass things anymore. You can't just pray things away. You have to take action on it. And actually the revolution and the evolution that comes from Neptune in Aries is the devotional act of self-love. The devotion, your devotion to yourself. That's what Neptune in Aries is all about, is devote everything to yourself first. Agape, 1000%. Excuse me, burping. Okay, with Mercury here, there's going to be a direct access to, like, I'm literally seeing like an animation of like the key going into the hole and like opening the door, like literally like this like celestial event of like, here is the information that you've been holding within your mind about like how you can continue to like communicate your self-love, and like it's communication for yourself, but even like outside of yourself. That's how I'm seeing this conjunction between Mercury and Neptune, because it's really going to be like being able to like finally speak to this experience of self-devotion, self-love. And it's really just going to, this would be, though it is an intense day leading up to the new moon in Aries, like it really is a beautiful opportunity to like come clean, to like say things and communicate the depth of feeling, no matter if it's vulnerable, no matter if it's raw. The key point here, bringing in the key language again, is to communicate how you feel, is to communicate no matter what, no matter if it hurts, no matter if it's perfect. Like, again, we're really stepping out of that perfectionism edge with the South Node in Virgo, a part of this yod that's happening here. It's very beautiful. And that all leads up to this new moon in Aries. So I think it's happening pretty early in the morning. TikTok's getting mad at me. I have to drag the puzzle piece. I'm not inactive. I hate that. Stresses me out. Welcome, guys. We're talking about the astro forecast for the week ahead. Okay. What is the time of this new moon? I'm pretty sure it's earlier in the morning. Let's grab this. Let's do 7 a.m. Enter, and let's go ahead and jump to the 17th. Cast the chart. Welcome, Brandy. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Yay. Okay. So this new moon is at 27 degrees of Aries. So this is happening Friday, April 17th. Again, I am hosting a gathering that day. You can either join my inner circle and have like more monthly support, or you can do a drop-in and just see how I host circles. It's going to be a online gathering. Okay, jumping back here. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. So this is all guys, I am struggling. This is so entertaining. Are you guys entertained? I hope you're entertained. Love you, Grim. Have fun. Get yourself all cute. I love homemade popcorn. Jealous. Okay, so this new moon, guys, this is pretty tender. This is a pretty tender new moon. And I went in depth about it because of the fact we have Chiron at 26 degrees of Aries. So the sun and moon kind of touched on this point. So leading up to this new moon, so on Thursday, the 16th, there's going to be some tenderness coming up for sure. Leading up to the new moon that's happening early in the morning around 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So new moons are all about planting seeds, all about deepening into your intentions for the next 28 days and like really getting familiar with the energy. And this really is like, I like feel like I need to drop into a more serious tone for this new moon. Not that it's serious, but it's tender. Chiron in Aries since 2019 has been having us face our identity wounds. It's been over 7 years of like, who am I? Why am I here? What is this about? Will I ever really know who I am? Right? That has been coming up big time, big time, big time. And so this new moon is really highlighting that. And this, I think, for me, like I shared in my new moon video, I really sat into the depths of this, and I'll be doing a full separate like breakdown of this new moon in my newsletter, Letters from the 8th House. If you're not yet subscribed, definitely subscribe. I'm going to be, for those of you who are just popping into the live stream, I'm going to be re-uploading this to YouTube. But if you are somebody who enjoys reading content, my newsletter, it will hit your inbox tomorrow morning if you subscribe right now. I write about all these transits that I'm talking about right now. So I feel like this is one of the most human new moons. Like, it is deeply human. What it means to be human. What it means to be somebody who's in the process and also showing up. Because Chiron and Aries really has been having us feel into those pain points of still showing up and not feeling like our identity is fully formulated yet. It's showing up even when you're tired. It's showing up when you feel like you're not perfect. It's showing up and letting your heart be seen even if it's broken. Right? It's being raw. It's being messy. It's being vulnerable. And Aries energy being the first sign, it is a bit messy, guys. It is like, I'm a freshly born baby. Of course, I'm going to shit my pants. I don't know, right? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, it really is like, we're all in this like baby deer, new legs energy. So people are going to make mistakes. People aren't going to do it perfectly. People aren't going to have all the right things to say or do it perfectly. It's tender. It is definitely tender. And so deepening into this energy, can you show up in this new energy despite all the reasons not to? This new moon is like really inviting you to have a moment to really sit with your fear of being seen, your fear of being yourself, your fear of being judged, your fear of being ridiculed, your fear of whatever it is, especially looking at where this new moon is falling within your natal chart. I say that and my entire body like freezes up because for me, it's in my 8th house and it's like right on my Saturn. By the way, I'm being real vulnerable with you guys. Like, this is like literally the epitome of the work that I'm here to like master. Letting myself be seen in like my darkness and my shadows and my shame. And so I'm hosting a circle on it. You know, nothing says like doing the work than like really doing the work. But there's such a beautiful thing here because you're getting to see where you're growing from. Like, I really see it as like what's been coming through, and it's my friend Colleen. She did Reiki on me. Her username is 37, like the numbers 37, Harmony 37 here on TikTok, and she did some Reiki on me, and I won't ever forget this image of like she was healing a wound around my throat, and it was like, you know how in concrete jungles in the cities, like plants will grow despite the concrete. And that's you. Like, no matter the circumstance, like there were plants growing out of this wound that was in my throat. Like, it was like she sewed it up and then plants were growing through the like scar tissue essentially. And that's kind of how I'm visualizing this too, is it's like growing despite the pain, growing despite the hurt, growing and being you despite every reason that tells you not to. And that is the beautiful growth edge of this new moon and what it's being offered. And it's, again, it's like the most human new moon I've ever have seen so far in my astrological career. Like, it feels so real and raw. And so new moons are all about setting intentions. So can you choose to be you despite all the reasons not to? And what's beautiful about this new moon is it's in the third decan in Aries, which is ruled by Venus and Taurus, which is all about like pleasure and joy and your values. It's like you are like, you choosing you and you choosing to be unapologetically you is going to reap rewards. And it's just a matter of like you stepping into who you want to be. This is also ruled by the Four of Wands in tarot, which is like the like happy union, like marriage card, right? And it's like, the way I talked about it more in depth in my YouTube video is like, it's almost as though everybody in your life is waiting to celebrate you, but you need to step through the threshold. You need to like take the steps forward to actually be celebrated. You can't just remain like sitting in your bedroom and just hoping and praying that people will see you. You have to like step into the light. You actually have to take the momentum and move it forward. And that's what this new moon is, like planting the seeds of like, oh, I'm actually going to take action on these things that I've been thinking about, dreaming about. Mercury's now in Aries, so it's less about dreaming about it and it's taking action on it and like letting yourself speak it into existence. So I really love this new moon. It's why I literally launched my inner circle. I like looked at the astrology and I was literally terrified. I was like, this seems too vulnerable to launch something on a date that is like going to tear me open emotionally, right? But I think that's literally it, is like me doing the thing that I wanted to do despite being seen in the messiness of like trying something again. Because I tried to launch my Patreon 6 months ago on the Aries full moon and it didn't work because I wasn't ready. And I'd like to share that with you guys because I'm literally right here walking step in step with you guys. Like I'm a girl who decided to go live on Twitch and TikTok today. Y'all have access to stuff. Y'all have your phones and you can go live too if you wanted to. Nothing about me is special. I just decided to do what I wanted to do. Yeah, yay, Hayden. That makes me so excited. Okay, so that's the new moon on the 18th. Oh, hi, kitty. You want potty? On the 18th, sorry, I have 2 cats in my house right now, which is new. Okay, on the 18th, Mercury is now making that sextile to Pluto. Okay. So Mercury is going to be at 5 degrees. Mercury's moving really quick. So it's like the thoughts are catching up, guys. Like this, be prepared this upcoming week to just like mind going. Like it's like you thought Mars and Aries was go time. Like now with your mind on board too, with your actions, it's like go. You're doing it. So this sextile, thank you, Callie, I see you, my hero. Mercury making the sextile to Pluto now is like now talking about it, talking about your authenticity, talking about this change within you that's been happening. And the fact that this is happening right after the new moon, I feel like it's like, oh, giving you permission to like not be afraid to be you and to speak about what you're doing and your successes and sharing and like connecting with people about it. And it doesn't mean like you're actively talking about it to people around you, but it's like you're unafraid to say what you're doing. I'm going to be here to tell you guys little personal share. About a year ago, I remember I was in a jiu-jitsu class and a girl asked me what I do professionally. And I was too afraid to tell her that I'm a professional astrologer. So I just said, I work in education, which is true. I also work in education, but that's like literally a hobby of mine. I teach video game design classes to a high school. So that's literally a hobby. It's not my main career. My main career is astrology and has been astrology, but I was too afraid. And I'm sharing that with you because it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, can you claim it? Can you say it's yours? My next growth edge is telling people that I'm also like, I don't even know what I'd call myself, guys. I don't know what I don't have words to explain what I do online besides astrology, but like I'm a mystic. I am a shaman, like a wizard. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know the words other than I've been like calling myself a primordial maiden, but that's like a lot of words to try to explain to somebody what I do. But this is what this Mercury and Aries making this sextile to Pluto is like. Now name it. Like, what is it? I like, for some people, I feel some people are going to be claiming like a new username or a new thing or a new, like, you know, what is that word? Priestess. Yes. I love that. Earthworm. Yeah. Oh, I got chills reading that. Yeah. We have to own it. Thank you. Thank you. Practitioner. Yeah. It's like, there's so many words for this thing that I do where it's almost like, I don't know how to, share that. Been feeling that hard. Yeah. A lot of people are saying priestess. I love that. Yeah. I feel like a mother. I'm like, I want to tell people I'm a mother, but I don't have kids. I'm like energetically birthing. I'm midwifing, the words of spirit through my body. Like, I'm like, I'm like, what is it? What is it? Yeah. I do that too, but not trying to. Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about like people judging me out in the world. Like I finally have gotten over that where I just, yeah, an astrologer growing an online community. I was trying to explain it to somebody on Club Penguin last night. Thanks for the follow, Brooklyn. What do you mean? I'm literally your daughter. Yeah, Aaliyah is my daughter. Aaliyah, a year older than me. Yeah. Yeah, there is like 300 people. I know when I try to tell people, I'm like, it's like active, like it's growing. This is like my dreams come true. Like this is all like little Izzy has wanted is like community and a space for people to be weird and wild and like share their beliefs and share their things and not feel judged and, you know, have people that have different beliefs and like opening doors that might have been closed. Like it's so much beautiful things. But back to our regularly programmed schedule of the astrology that's happening. Yeah, medicine woman. Yeah, that's what I said. I said shaman too. And it's like shamanism is like the core essence of like what I practice personally, though I don't usually bring, but I don't know, I lead people on vision journeys, so I'm like I do some things. I do things. So yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna say something, like I'm gonna speak one of my things out into the world, like you know, my deeper desire is eventually to be able to guide like people through vision journeys assisted with plant medicine in sacred spaces on sacred land, and to like do deeper intentional things and to bring astrology into it, and to like, there's so much, but like that's like higher echelon of what I see myself doing in the future as like a 50-year-old woman. Yeah. Thank you, Becca. Your sailors. Yeah. Baby mystic. Yes. Full-time mystic energy. Let's go. So this energy that's happening on the 18th, right after that new moon, is really like chef's kiss, like really just letting yourself be in alignment with your voice around that action that's been already taking place. Like a lot of you have been putting those building blocks into place. Like, for example, I was building some automations for my business. Like that's such a Virgo thing, but it's like, it's going to make my life easier so I can continue the work that I'm doing. Okay. On Sunday, the 19th, this is a pretty big day. And again, for those of you who are just popping in, I am guiding a new moon circle on April 17th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can sign up through the link in my bio, or you can join the Inner Circle, which is a closed community of people who are going to be joining me through month by month lunar cycles and commitment and community. So guys, again, my birthday is April 20th. I'm saying that because as I'm looking at the chart here, I'm like, send prayers my way, please. So we have Mars and Saturn conjunct, and Mercury is sneaking up there. And then the sun is going to be entering Taurus on the 19th, later in the evening. Okay, Mars and Saturn coming together. This is where, like, all these things that we've been taking action on, Saturn hits us with a reality check in the most beautiful way, because Saturn, everybody hates Saturn, and I'm not here for Saturn hate. By the way, I'm going to say hi on my astrology account over here on TikTok. That's where I post updates if you guys aren't following there. Saturn, a lot of people see him as a buzzkill. But Saturn is literally like saying, like, I love all your ideas. I see the vision that you have. And trust me, I want you to have it. But I need you to know, is this sustainable? We need to build sustainability. Your Saturn ruled. Dude, you are literally met. You literally have the cheat code to life. My Capricorn ascendants. You guys have the cheat code to life for anybody ruled by Saturn, because you get what you give. So if you ain't giving shit, you ain't getting shit. Okay. Now, back to this. Saturn, Mars, and Mercury are all going to be hanging out here together. 7 degrees of Aries. And this is like... Mars and Saturn coming together is kind of a clash of will and time, because, or like energy. No, literally, Monty, that's a cheat code. Yeah. You're gonna, yeah. You've got it. You've got it. Now just go with it. Mars and Saturn coming together here is like action meets tempering and time, because Saturn is literally like the father of the zodiac, and he's like, you can try to bulldoze your way through me, but I am going to make sure you learn. Like, I literally see like you know, a young, and Mars is a masculine energy, so I'm going to use the terms like he, him. Like, I see like a young boy like trying to get away with like anger, rage, expression, like big feelings. And it's not that it's bad. It's just, you can't hold that energy 100% of the time. You have to temper it. And that's what Saturn is here to teach. Saturn is just saying, hey, cool, but is that going to get you the result you want? If you're burning like all the fuel in your tank by trying to go 160 miles per hour, no matter what, you're going to get to the destination you want. But whether you arrive at the destination like centered and present, like what I'm seeing is like this energy of somebody who has a plane to catch, right? And that plane is taking you to a conference that you're presenting at. No matter what, you're going to get to the conference. But if you don't plan accordingly to get to said conference, you're going to be rushing and putting like, you're going to be rushing and trying to keep up. And like, if you didn't calculate for the traffic, you might miss it. You might miss the opportunity, right? Or if you're like so like amped up for this conference, no matter what, and you get to the airport 5 hours early, you're still going to be getting on the flight that's going to take you to the conference that is going to still be happening and you're still going to be there. So it's like the result you want is going to be there, but would you rather arrive like fully rejuvenated, having a good amount of sleep, prepped and prepared, or are you going to arrive anxious and like sleep deprived and having no energy? That's what Saturn's saying. Saturn's like, I don't want you to move forward without sustainability. Because the energy of Aries overall can just burn you out. Aries is very quick. Aries is like a match lighting. It's quick to light and quick to fizzle. And so Saturn is saying, I want you to build sustainability for yourself. So he's meeting with Mars, and it almost feels like an older man meeting with like a young man and saying like, here's like the truth of reality. And the truth of reality is that it takes time to develop these skills. I know you're excited to, and I know you're willing to, but are you willing to meet these skills every day to continue to grow them, to continue to build them, to continue to go to the forge every day as the apprentice and know that one day you will be the master and you will have this dream life that you've been envisioning and that you've been stepping towards, but it's dedication. And so this is like a little bit of a sobering of this energy. Hi, Nick. Welcome. It's a sobering in a good way where it's like, this is the reality check, but let me help you build a structure to sustain this energy. You can take Saturn's help or you can ignore it. And a lot of people are going to hit like an edge with Saturn here because it's like that way isn't working. So you need to build sustainably. Okay. Yeah. And, you know, Mercury is going to be joining, I think, on the 20th. Let me look. Yeah, early in the morning on the 20th. That is essentially going to be the same thing. It is going to be very similar energy, but we'll dive deeper into that on next Sunday. Now, later in the evening, the sun is entering Taurus. Taurus season officially starts later in the evening on April 19th. And I'm so excited, guys. I'm like, yeah, exactly, Aaliyah. It is tough love. And it's like, we all wish that we, like, if we're really honest, I'm sure a majority of us who are here haven't had the best experience with paternal figures, right? Masculine people that are above us, that we perceive above us, people in authority, right? We all wish that we had a masculine figure that sat us down and that was real and honest with us about our trajectory. Could we listen to them at a younger age? Maybe not, right? It always would come off like, stop telling me what to do. Like, I'm going to do it. And then you learn the hard lesson. This is the opportunity to, like, you could look at Saturn and say, like, I'm ready and I'm open to receive the lesson that you have for me of like the tough love that's going to be the reality check that I need. Or it could be like, no, I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to keep doing it the way that I've been doing it and then get knocked on your ass when the lessons actually catch up with you. It's up to you, ultimately. Okay. Now, the sun moving into Taurus, we enter Taurus season, guys. Taurus season is upon us at the end of the day of the 19th, Sunday. And, chef's kiss, really settling into the body. So then we're going to be grounding into this energy. Our egoic expression is going to be shifting into the sign of Taurus, the sun in Taurus. And it's really going to have us dive deeper into this expression and how it moves through our body. Right? So this takes the identity of self that's kind of living, you know, it's spirit. And then we move into Taurus, it's spirit in the body. That's what the first two signs are about. Spirit, Aries, Taurus, body. And so this is like, okay, how do we embody this? What does this new expression look like in my body, in who I want to be, how I want it to move? All right. And then it's my birthday, April 20th. And so everybody's going to be sparking up and celebrating me. Not me, though. I don't do that, but you definitely should for me if you do. Holy cow, guys. What a live long stream. What a live long stream. Oh my goodness. All right. Just a quick recap, you guys. Monday, April 13th, Venus is sextile Jupiter. Tuesday, April 14th, Mercury is sextile Uranus, and then Mercury enters Aries. On Thursday, the 16th, the Sun is conjunct Chiron, Mars sextile Pluto, and then Mercury is conjunct Neptune. On Friday, April 17th, we have that new moon in Aries. And again, new moon in Aries, I'm hosting a gathering for it. You can click the link in my bio or down in the description to sign up, or you can join the Inner Circle, which is my membership community, and you'll get access to those live gatherings that happen twice a month. Now, on Saturday, April 18th, Mercury is sextile Pluto. On Sunday, April 19th, Mars is conjunct Saturn, and then the Sun enters Taurus. And then a little bonus, on the 20th is my birthday. I'm going to have a link in my bio for anybody who wants to gift me something for my birthday. I made a whole list of things that I desire. I've been challenging myself to do that.